In this video tutorial, you will learn how to manage your timesheet using Effort Track. To begin, log into Effort Track. You will land on the homepage dashboard called the Employee Center. From the Employee Center, there are several ways to access the timesheet area. From the My Timesheet Progress tile, you can click on Resume. If you wish to add the timesheet from the menu, click the process icon in the left margin menu and select Timesheets. Now, let's review what we're seeing on the screen. The payroll group should be defaulted to whatever payroll group you have been assigned to. You can always leave that as is. The pay period dropdown allows you to toggle between pay periods if you need to work on timesheets in different payroll periods. To add your first timesheet, make sure you have selected the correct pay period and then click the link to begin. First, you will need to select the timesheet template. Timesheet templates are assigned to you by the organization administrator. If you do not see anything listed in your timesheet template drop-down selection, please contact your administrator for assistance. You may see a template named From Default. We will discuss this option a little later in the tutorial. For this exercise, go ahead and select a different one from the list. Congratulations, you have created your first timesheet. The next step in the process is to add a row to your timesheet so you can begin recording hours. Based on the specific timesheet template that has been created by your organization, your column headings likely will look different than those in my training organization. After you select the combination of segments where you are logging your time, then you can enter the number of hours you worked each day in the pay period for those segment combinations. If you work in more than one area, you can add a second row to your timesheet. To add a second row, scroll to the far right and then click on the plus icon. After your next row is added, you can make the selections in the drop-down for the next area that you worked in. After adding the new row, you can begin recording hours for each day you worked in that area. You may add as many rows to your timesheet as you need to log all of your time for each pay period. Each day also has a notes area where you can record notes to document what you did during those work hours. After you have completed your timesheet for the pay period, your next step is to certify your time. The certification process dates and timestamps your timesheet and submits it to your supervisor for approval. Once you certify your timesheet, you are no longer allowed to make changes. If you need to make a change, you can ask your supervisor to reject the timesheet, and that will allow you to correct and recertify your time. Let's take a look at some of the other options on the timesheet screen. Each timesheet has a Properties icon. Click the icon in order to see what the requirements and settings are for your timesheet. Effort Track also includes a messaging center for you to communicate to your supervisor. Click on the envelope icon in order to create a message for your supervisor. All communications sent through the message center will remain associated to the specific timesheet in which you sent the message from. This helps keep communications regarding time within the system and avoid having to locate emails later if you need to refer back to a specific communication. You can also add an overall note or comment regarding your timesheet. Click the page icon in order to record a timesheet note. Earlier in the tutorial, we mentioned the default timesheet template option. This option, if it has been enabled by your organization administrator, allows you to create a default timesheet of the rows you currently have on the timesheet being displayed. This is helpful if you are working in the same areas from one pay period to the next, as it prevents you from having to manually add the rows to your timesheet each pay period. It is important to note that this process does not save hours from one pay period to the next, only the timesheet row selections. When you create a new timesheet using the default timesheet template, if you want to bring in the default rows of the timesheet, there is an option once you select the default timesheet template that says Add Timesheet Rows. Be sure to enable that prior to creating the new timesheet for the pay period. The final item for review is the trash icon. This allows you to delete the entire timesheet and start over. Always keep in mind that you can only delete your timesheet if you have not certified it. Once you certify the timesheet, you can no longer delete or make changes to your timesheet. We hope this tutorial helped you to navigate managing your timesheet using Effort Track. This now concludes the timesheet management training tutorial.